House, right? So 3 of my boys have allergies, right? So the first aspect of the house was, how can I get a clean environment for my house? Because America is coined phrase one of the most unhealthiest houses in the world because of the forced air that we use, right? You can't get away from the blown in toxins and the molds and the spores that are constantly blowing around. And the reason I found this out is that I took Andrew and Ian, if you remember, I took them to Scotland for my dad's 70th, and within 2 days, their allergies were gone.
Oh.
They could breathe properly, they weren't snoring at night, and I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute, something's not right here, you know? So here's the thing, I had this whole thing plumbed out regular, forced air and regular plumbing. I woke up the next morning, once we got back from the vacation, I said to my wife, you're going to kill me. And she said, what are you doing now? And I'm like, I'm going to rip the plumbing out and start again. I'm going to make a clean house. And then that spawned on to clean environmental house. So what we're doing is we're doing radiant heat throughout this whole house. Everything is stapled to the underside of the floor joists. Every floor space, all the way up the floors, is stapled underneath, right? And that way I've got the radiant heat going. And in the summertime, what we're going to do is, I'm using the temperature of this slab, the water that we use to irrigate, that goes into 2 sumps, which cleans it and cools it. I'm going to use that as a catalyst for my cooling. So if you take an hourglass and turn it upside down, you've got this cool temperatures, and it'll slowly drop down because it's more heavier than warm airs. Now what you're hearing is this pump kicking in. So as we're showering right now, the water runs into this first stage tank, which are all looped together. The reason this looks like an 8th grade experiment is because it really is. and what I wanted to do was, these will, the next stage tanks will be coffin type tanks, which will be one continuous tank. But I needed to make sure to find out, well, what size do I need for 2 people? What size do I need for 3 people, 4 people, and 6 people? So I needed to know some data as far as what's going to be the best and how much usage we can get. So basically I can have 3 showers running and a load of laundry running through my drain system, which all ties into this. It runs through this sand filter into the second stage and then collects into the bottom, and then from the bottom we suck it back into the toilets, and then it goes into these 2 bins on each side for irrigation.